Why, hello there! My name is Lottie and welcome to my channel. Or if you've been here before, hey, what can I say? Welcome back, that's what I can say. I can say welcome back. How are you all doing? How is quarantine treating you? Whoa. You know what time it is. And if you don't, I'll let you know. It's time for another installment of, you guessed it, Ting Tings. This topic branches off from my last video on breakups. And if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out and then come back, okay? Or check this out and then go there. I feel like this needed a video of its own. I wanted to address fake friends. I won't say that I'm the expert on fake friends, but I've dealt with my fair share of them. And through those experiences, I've kind of come up with a foolproof, not completely foolproof, let me stop lying, but a detailed way to really notice them and see which friends around you might be fake. Now, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, what is a fake friend? And honestly, a fake friend can be anybody. A fake friend could be your best friend of 10 years. A fake friend could be the person you just met. A fake friend could be antibody, literally. Repeating fake friend over and over makes it not sound like a word. So what's a word that I can use? What do fake friends do? They pretend to be your real friend, but they're not. And what is something that pretends to be something, but it's not? Chameleon. We will call them chameleons because they pretend to be something, but they're not, okay? From here on out, instead of consistently saying fake friend, I can't even say it. We're just gonna say chameleon. So when you're trying to spot a chameleon, you have to look out for, ooh, I could have just used snake. No, I'm gonna stick with chameleon because I thought of that for way too long. One thing that you can look for is what they're saying or how they're saying it. The average chameleon will say something that sounds good, but it's actually just meant to hurt you or insult you in some way, some low-key way. They might cover it up by laughing at the end. Just kidding. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Or they might say something like, say you wanted a position in something, either a job or in a class, or you just wanted a position in something and you don't get it. The skilled fake friend will probably say something that sounds good, that has some sympathy in the tone, but at the end of the day is only there to hurt you or make you think bad about yourself. They could say something like, oh, you didn't get that? I mean, it's probably because you're just not smart enough. It's funny because a lot of y'all have started this video and there might be somebody that already comes to mind. Throughout this video, think of that person and think, does this check off? Does this check off? Now, if you evaluate your friendship, is it conditional? Now, what do I mean by conditional? Chameleons aren't necessarily only trying to hurt you. Is that friend only there when you're ready to go out and have a good time? Is that friend only there when you're able to give them attention? Does that friend only hit you up when they are going through things and they need basically a counselor? Is it conditional? Is it a conditional friendship? Is that friend only there for you conditionally? If you can hear me, that's cool, but I'm just talking. Another way to spot a fake friend is by noticing the things that they do. Do they constantly do things that hurt you in some way? If there's something that's bothering you that they keep doing and you tell them that it's bothering you and they keep doing it anyways, don't think it's a coincidence. Are they constantly bringing up a memory that you don't particularly like? A moment that embarrassed you? At your high moments, are they trying to bring you low? Trying to even the playing fields? Constantly trying to knock you down a level? If you think about that person right now, say they're in a room full of people who they know wouldn't say anything to you. Will that person talk positively or negatively about you? And if you don't know, what do you think they would do? If I had some tea? A fake friend, a chameleon, when you're trying to spot one, watch what they don't do. They see you struggling with something that they could help you with, but they don't help you. They don't defend your name, both when you're there and when you're not there. They don't celebrate with you when you've accomplished something. Just a whole bunch of don'ts. Hoo-wee. I think those are a good few telltale signs or ways to spot a fake friend. But let's talk about reasons why you actually fall for a chameleon. I saw this somewhere where somebody said that people are typically either raised out of love or they're raised out of survival. And then there are also people who are raised out of a combination of both of them. Now, speaking about being raised out of love, what does that mean? It means that your natural instincts, how you were raised, how you were taught to perceive the world is from a perspective of love. It's from a perspective of harmony, peace, mending. Now, speaking of being raised out of survival, this is where you're taught more so to see the dangers in the world. And when I'm saying raised these ways, it doesn't mean that if you're raised out of survival, there was no love in your home, or if you're raised out of love, you weren't taught any survival skills. No. I'm talking about, if I just had to define it, this is what I'm just defining it as. Those who are raised out of survival, like I said, they're taught to see the dangers in life. If you're raised out of a combination of both, when it comes to fake friendships, you might fall for a fake friend or two, but you don't let that ish happen too often. But if you're like me, and you're raised out of love and to see the good in people, you're probably one of those people that tends to forgive a lot and tends to want to mend all issues and tends to want to see past the faults in people. And that is a key reason why I feel love-raised people tend to attract chameleons more. Now, if you're raised out of survival, you are raised to see that ish. Like, you're like, oh. That's amazing. Being able to read people is amazing. My theory is that those who fall for fake friendships, for chameleons, often is because you were raised out of love. Now, let's discuss why some people in your lives become chameleons. First and foremost, you need to realize that some of these people did not become chameleons. Some of these people had been chameleons when they showed up in your life. They're just wearing the right color so you did not notice. Those people were never your friends in the first place. Now, another reason why people become chameleons is jealousy. Jealousy is wanting what somebody else has, or not wanting them to have what you can't have, or not wanting somebody to be where you are not. Not wanting somebody to be seen how you are not. They could be jealous of your status in life. They could be jealous of your social group. They could be jealous of your finances. They could be jealous of your looks. Jealousy can take root in anything. And a fake friend, a chameleon, could be rooted in that jealousy. I feel like I'm having flashbacks. Now, another reason that a chameleon might appear is because they're just projecting their own insecurities. Sometimes people treat others a certain way because of how they feel about themselves. And now that's not a reason to allow people to treat you any type of way, but at least it gives you a frame of reference of understanding why somebody is the way they are, why they do the things they do. So many factors could affect how a person turns out and how they treat other people. It's not right, but it could be a reason. So personal self-insecurities, chameleons might try to project that onto you, you know? Have you feel low in areas where they feel low. This last one might be the most common of reasons why people become chameleons. One major reason is that this person might not see the value in you or value you as a person, so they treat you as invaluable. Yep, they over there like, I mean, this is just that person. It doesn't matter how I treat them because they're just this. They're just that. There's no value in them. Baby, if nobody else values you, value yourself. You could be surrounded by nothing but fake friends. If you feel like everybody around you is stepping on your neck, baby, get up off the ground and walk away. Because you deserve better than that. I've seen it happen so many times where it's like somebody craves to be included so much that they're willing to be treated any type of way by the people around them. They're willing to be told to do X, Y, and Z, and they'll do it. It's not because there's anything wrong with them. It's because they want to truly believe that these people, this circle, is for them. And sometimes it's just not. It's just not. Because they don't see the value in you. You are valuable. If nothing else, remember, you are valuable. Now that we've been through all of that, what do you do now that you have spotted this fake friend? Baby, get them out of there. Like, they got to go. Because at the end of the day, those people are not there to bring positivity or progression into your life. Okay? They are not there for you. They are not there for you in the way that they should be there for you. The reason I say get them out of there is because from my experiences in life, when I've noticed that I had a chameleon around me, I've sometimes still proceeded to let them be around me to the point where it's detrimental to my own growth, and I eventually have to get rid of them anyways. I'm trying to save y'all from even needing to get to that point. But when I say get them out of there, not everybody has it within them to cut people off cold turkey. I'd say if you can't cut them off cold turkey, the best way to do it is to gradually turn off the faucet. Gradually turn it off so that the water becomes less and less. They have less access to you, less of your time, less of your contact till there's nothing there. So that the cutoff doesn't feel as harsh, as blunt. Wean off of that friendship. Wean off of it. Those are really all my tips on fake friends. If you see them, or if you think you see them, go down the list and see if they check off on any of those boxes, or if they check off on multiple of those boxes. And then the next step is to really just not let them influence your life, not let them be too buried deep in your life, and eventually get them out of there. I'm a firm believer that in life, you're truly gonna only have a handful of friends, a handful of real, genuine friends. And because of that, there are gonna be a lot of people that come and go in your life. Some of them might be chameleons, some of them might be seasonal friends, but at the end of the day, those people are seasonal. Chameleons are sure seasonal. Don't feel the need to dig your nails into that, to hold on to that, because you are going to make real friends. I mean, I know that for some people, it's harder to make friends than others. For some people, it's harder to open up to people. It's harder to try and form new friendships, but it'll happen. It'll happen when it needs to happen, how it needs to happen. Don't close yourself off so that it can't happen, but don't feel like you need to hang on to these toxic, fake, hurtful friendships, because I don't even know why I'm calling them friendships. They're not friendships. Don't feel like you need to hold on to these toxic chameleons, okay? Because you don't. You're valuable. You're valuable, and something good will come your way. A good friend will come your way, or a better friend than that, at least. As usual, thank you all so much for sticking around and hearing me ramble as much as I did. I truly value each and every single one of you. I value your time. If you like what you saw, you like what you heard, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, maybe share this with somebody, maybe share this with your fake friend. Maybe it'll be the hint they need. I need to stop hitting the wall. Oh, I'm done. Y'all have a blessed one. See you in the next one.